All right, so finally we are here, guys. We are live both on the Zoom and on Facebook in the DeFi on Tron group. Welcome everybody to be here. I can see already 100 people on this call, which is just amazing with such a short notice. And it just shows that people truly have a demand for knowledge, a demand for more information to truly learn what this project is all about, how they can benefit and how they can maximize their potential profits and income using the right strategies. So we are going to talk about, as we always do, DeFi on Tron, and we're going to go into, of course, USWAP, the number one leading DEX on Tron. I still say that, even though JustSwap passed us the past 2 days, but we are the leading DEX on the Tron network, no doubt. We have the liquidity, we have the users. It's just a matter of time before we become the leading DEX on the entire network on all protocols. Now, let me share the screen here and we shall jump straight into it. We'll try to keep it a little bit shorter today. It was an hour the last time. We'll try to keep it to around 40 minutes so people don't doze off, let's say. All right, let me share the screen here. Let's go into USWAP and blow this up so that everyone can see. And let us move myself down into the corner. All right, so guys, we are at USWAP and we are going to talk a little bit about what USWAP is, UME and EFT. What are those two? What is these, and how do you actually accumulate them? And in what ways can we accumulate them? Now, first and foremost, as we know, USWAP is a decentralized exchange. That means it is an instant swap, which is basically a smart contract protocol, which is filled with different cryptocurrencies, different pairs, and it allows you to do instant swaps without creating an account, without doing KYC, without registering and all that which you need at Binance, Huobi, and all this. You instantly connect with your wallet, with your TronLink wallet, or if you're in your mobile wallet, you just go through that browser and it connects with your wallet. There's no withdrawals, there's no deposits. It's instant swaps through a decentralized smart contract protocol. That is, and that is what will make the DEXs the leading services on the network, because you don't need to rely on a centralized company. We all know about exchanges being hacked. They all have one main wallet to store everything. What happens if these exchanges get hacked? Well, they lose everything and they blame it on the hackers and no one's getting anything. That's not the case, and that cannot happen on a DEX. And this, people are more and more starting to realize this, and the benefits of using and being a part of a DEX as well is the instant swaps. And secondly, if you're providing liquidity, you're actually earning the swap fees that are coming and being produced within USWAP. For example, if you provide liquidity to TRX in USDT pool, you hold a share in that pool and you will receive that percentage of all swap fees in that pool between Tron and USDT, back and forth. All those swaps will give you a share, and that is your revenue for being a part of providing liquidity to USWAP. Now, not only that, you're earning in that way, but you're earning in multiple ways within USWAP. So with USWAP, we also deployed the proprietary governance token, UME. Now, UME has a total supply of 23 million. Currently, there's approximately 280,000 UME circulating on the market. The remaining 22.7 million will be farmed through the UME farming site, through UME Finance. Now, UME farming you can find right here in USWAP. So if you click on UME, you will find all the active staking pools. Now, as you can see, we have a few pools opening up tomorrow, and that is because these pools that are already running, but they will end tomorrow. So new pools will be opening. We can see the information, staking fee 3%, API is not set yet because it's not up yet. Pool supply, when it will start, when it will end, the farming speed will be 128. Same with the KLV, 128, Sun TRX, 128, HT TRX. I believe they all have the same, 128, 128. TRX USDT, as you can see, has a farming speed of 321. And I believe the TRX UME has that as well. So as you can see, that farming speed is a lot higher. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about strategy here. And I instantly need to say that just because the farming speed is higher in a pool, doesn't mean that the farming or the rewards that you're farming will be higher. Because the reason why the farming speed is higher in the TRX UME and the TRX USDT rather than HT is because there's a much higher demand for people to go into the TRX USDT, TRX UME. There's many more farming in those pools, meaning that if the same farming speed, 124, was in the TRX UME, the API would be less than 70%. So we increase the amount of supply in the pools that has a higher demand. This is all being analyzed, mathematically proven, so that we ensure that the API, as you can see, let me just have a look at that. Let's refresh that. As you can see, the API on all those pools is more or less the same: 700, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 476, 418, 400, 390. The less API, the more people are farming in that pool. That means the demand is huge. Because a week ago, these APIs were about 5, 6, 7, 800. Now they're 3, 4, 5, 600. That means basically the growing demand for farming UME is skyrocketing. It really is. That is how you read off the API. And that is how you read the demand for farming UME. And as we see, this is growing more and more and more. Now, providing liquidity allows you to stake and earn the UME token. This is the governance token of USWAP. Now, what can you do with UME? Well, you can do multiple things. So there's a reason why we say do not buy UME. We say farm it. Provide liquidity to USWAP and farm it. So we're going to go through this in detail very, very soon, exactly how to start from scratch and build your portfolio with UME and EFT without actually having to buy any of them. Because this is the thing, you want to farm them. When you're farming, 100% is pure profit. Doesn't matter if the value is $5, $50, or $500. The value of UME, the market value of UME and EFT should not be of anyone's concern or consideration. It should not be, oh, it's going up, oh, it's going down. We never hear is, oh, it's going up. It's always quiet. Everybody's just happy, but oh, it's going down. Now, when you're farming, you eliminate that. You're creating peace of mind because you haven't purchased the token at a specific price. And that psychological view of having a loss if the price goes down is eliminated. Farming them gives you 100% profit no matter what, because you have not purchased them. You've earned them. You receive them from using what you have. So you can farm the UME. It is the proprietary governance token. You can use this token, or this token will play a major role within USWAP. It is what will be the token that allows the community to govern the development of USWAP. So we will, on this call, going to introduce a few listing options that will come up. So USWAP will be setting up a voting with 4 new pairs or 4 new tokens that will be voted for to be listed into USWAP. That means that the holders of UME will be able to vote for their favorite project of those 4, and the one that has the most UME voted for them will be the project that will be listed. This will be very, very fun. Now, we are going to announce this tomorrow officially in the groups, but I'm taking this on this call with all of you. Now, the tokens that are up for listing, hold on, we're going to go to that soon. We're going to talk about EFT first. You know, I'm getting ahead of myself. So UME. Now we got EFT as well, which is the proprietary governance token of the Eclypcity ecosystem. And the Eclypcity ecosystem is what USWAP is a major part of. That is, so Eclypcity or USWAP is the proprietary exchange or DEX exchange to the Eclypcity ecosystem. Now, holding EFT will allow you to govern the Eclypcity development ecosystem and its profit revenue share. There's only 75,000 of this EFT, and you stake and earn it the same way as you do with UME. You provide liquidity to USWAP, and then you farm it. Now, before we go into the listing options, I want to show you guys the strategy here on how to actually start, because a lot of people are saying, well, if I don't have UME, I can't start farming. And that is far beyond the truth. So we're going to go here now, step by step, how to maximize or how to start farming UME and how to maximize your UME, use that to farm EFT, and then how to use that EFT to farm more UME so you can even farm more EFT back again. This is all about leveraging and compounding and using what you have to gain more. So in order to start earning or receiving UME, farming UME, you will need to provide liquidity to USWAP. That means that you take something that you already have and then you put it into liquidity with USWAP, and then you use the LP token you're receiving to farm UME. You're now having both of the cryptocurrencies that you provided in liquidity, they're still yours, they're still in USWAP, and you can remove that liquidity at any time. And at the same time, you're now farming a new token, the UME. So instead of using what you already have and just exchanging it for something else, you're now using what you have and generating something else. That is the key. So this community is on the Tron network, so I assume that everyone has Tron that I have to go out from. We're on the Tron network. I assume that this is, a TRX community. Of course, we're now turning it into a UME EFT community, but we all have Tron. Now, that Tron, you can pair and farm UME. That means that you would have to split your Tron into two types of cryptocurrency. For example, if you want to provide liquidity into TRX USDT and you only have Tron, well, convert half of that Tron or half of the dollar value in Tron. So if you have $200 of Tron worth, you convert $100 into USDT and you keep $100 worth of Tron. Now that is what you add into liquidity. Now, once you've added that to liquidity, you can go into this pool and you can stake once this opens. Now, we already have one ready, but I, of course, recommend anyone to go in tomorrow when we open up the new pool. So you go in, and at that time, you're now starting to generate UME. You're farming UME. That UME you can claim at any time, at any wish. Now, what do you want to do with that UME? Do you want to sell that off for a quick profit, that little bit of UME that you got? Or do you want to compound it? Do you want to earn more? Do you want to increase your daily rewards so that you can increase your daily profits? The thing here is not just about farming, claiming, and getting that quick profit in TRX. This is about farming, claiming, compounding, maximizing the way that you and your potential earnings and profits can grow. So you earn by farming, you are earning UME. As you can see here, all these greens are farming UME for me. That is the pools that I am with. So what do you do if you're farming Sun TRX and that is the only pool you're farming and you now want to compound? Well, you go to claim when you see you have a claim. So let's say I claim that 0.42. I will accept that in my wallet. Let us go back in and we will see that it refreshes. I have now claimed that UME. As you can see, I have no more claim left. It already started at 0.0002. Now, that UME, what do I want to do with that? Well, I want to start either farm more UME so that I can compound UME, and I can do so if I don't have more Tron or more crypto to pair it with, to go into the LP pools. Now, if you have more crypto, if you have USDT, if you have BTC, if you have JST, WIN, or any of the other tokens that we have, then you can pair that UME with that token, provide liquidity into the new pool, and start farming there. Now you're farming from two pools. Now, claim that UME, and if you still have the ability to pair it, and maximize, earn more. That is the key. Now, what do you do when you're starting to earn UME and you're starting to have UME? Well, you want to pair it and you want to start farming EFT. How do you do that? Well, you go in and look at the EFT pools. Now you already have 2 or 3 pools farming UME for you, right? And you can claim that at any time. So what do we want to do? Well, we want to start farming EFT with the UME that we have already gotten. Now, if you have the ability to pair, if you already have more cryptocurrency and you can pair that UME with that, do so. If you do not have, don't sell it off so that you can provide liquidity. Go into the solo pools. You can provide the UME liquidity right in here without selling off anything. Why am I saying that? Because people are looking at the API, it's 234, while JST UME is 600. That's almost 3 times more. Yes, it is. But the amount of UME that you are farming now and the amount of EFT you are farming today at today's rate will never be as high again. With each renewal of pools, which is happening every 2 to 3 weeks, there will be a 10% decrease in all UME pools. This will also come to the EFT. This will decrease the output, put more scarcity. And while we are now delivering more utility cases, such as the games, we actually have 3 games coming up now, the lending protocol, the wallet, and much more, we're creating a massive demand while increasing the scarcity by lowering the supply. So each farming pool or each renewal of all pools will now have a 10% decrease of the supply in that pool. So as said, it is not beneficial for you to sell off, to pair it up and go into a higher liquidity pool, because the amount that you will farm there will not justify the amount that you sold off. So keep that until you have other crypto that you can pair it with. For that, continue in the UME pool. Or what you could do as well, put it in the EFT. Use the UME that you now have farmed. Keep in mind, you already have liquidity in UME farming in the UME farming. Claim that UME and put that into the EFT farming. If you have additional UME, put it into the EFT UME farming, or you can put it into the EFT TRX or any of the other if you want. But make sure that you utilize the UME that you have farmed. Never stop farming UME, but build yourself a UME farming and then utilize the daily claims to compound and start farming EFT. Now, from starting from scratch by just having what you had before you came into this community, a little bit of Tron, you have now started farming UME. You open up 3 or 4 UME pools that are farming for you. You're now claiming that reward daily, and you can compound that in both the UME and the EFT pools without pairing it. Now, pairing it, of course, will give you a higher API so far on a lot of the pools. So, of course, if you can, do. But if you cannot, do not sell it thinking that it will be more profitable for you to be in one of those pools, because the 50% that you need to sell off, it will not be, farmed back in the way that you think it will. So keep whatever you have. This is all about, now DeFi and yield farming is all about the amount of tokens that you hold. It's not about the value that they hold on the market. It's about the value they hold within the ecosystem that they belong to. And I can assure you that UME and EFT is the main proprietary tokens of the entire Eclypcity ecosystem and USWAP, and we'll have multiple use cases as we go. Keep in mind that we're only 11 weeks old. We're an infant. UME is an infant. EFT is barely 13 days old. And a lot of people want us to already be acting and kind of comparing it to Ethereum and Bitcoin, and that's flattering, absolutely, but we do need to understand that things take a little bit of time. Right now we are building the foundation. I said 280,000 UME out of the 23 million is on the market. That's a little over 12%. You are in the right place at the right time to farm this high potential DeFi governance token, and you do so through USWAP. So providing liquidity to UME or providing liquidity to USWAP allows you to farm UME. With that UME, you start farming more UME, opening up a few more pools so that you compound that and earn more. Now, with the UME that you now can claim daily, you start to farm EFT. Now, what do you do with the EFT? Well, simple. You use that EFT to farm more EFT either in the solo pools, or you pair it up into the liquidity pools, or you can actually also use it to farm more UME. Let me see. There we go. More UME. Now, if you're using your crypto, because that's what you're doing. You're not working hard here. You're working smart. You're utilizing what you have, making that work for you, generate more, and then you take that more and make that work for you to generate even further. And that further you use to generate even more at the more, if you get what I mean now. So there's a strategy to follow where you can actually go in from scratch. Of course, you do need a capital to start. You do need a little bit of funds to start to provide liquidity, but you don't need to buy the UME. You don't need to purchase the EFT. I do not recommend anyone to buy UME and EFT. And I don't recommend anyone to sell UME and EFT. I recommend you to provide liquidity to USWAP and then farm UME and EFT and then hold that UME and EFT. Because mark my words, UME and EFT during the 2021, you will see the Eclypcity ecosystem expanding as never before, creating multiple use cases for both of these tokens, drawing attention and communities from all over the world, from different projects, from all the Tron network. And this will reflect the demand that is coming into USWAP, the leading DEX on the Tron network, will reflect in our governance tokens as well. So what you want to do is you want to follow a simple strategy where you're using what you have to earn more. That more that UME that you're farming, you want to use that to farm more UME. Open up multiple pools. Don't rush. We're going to be farming for a long time, my friends. Now, once you're farming UME and you have a stable ground there, you want to start to use that UME or claiming every day to farm EFT. Now you want to use that EFT to keep compounding EFT, or you compound more UME so that you can use that UME to compound more EFT. It's that simple. It is that simple. I can assure you, right now, let me say this. Yes, the UME and EFT price has decreased. A lot of people are asking, why is this happening? Very simple. More people are selling than buying. That's just very simple. Now, how can we eliminate that? Farm and hold. Hold. If you don't sell, well, eventually there won't be no more to sell. Eventually, the price fluctuations will move the right way that you want it. Now, I'm saying the market value has absolutely nothing to say. So if you came in and you bought EFT at 30,000 and you see it now at 20,000, and you've been farming through that time, now that one is now not worth 38, but with the farming, you probably have two, and 2 to 20 is worth 40. So you're now in profit. You have more tokens than what you had when you started. And that is what you want, where you want to be at. As I usually ask in the group, would you rather go hold today, knowing what you know? Would you rather hold 3 Bitcoins worth 60,000, or would you have 60 Bitcoins 5 years back worth 1,000? Would you go back and take that 1,000 without knowing what would happen in the future? Because a ton of people did. They held that Bitcoin. And you know what? It went from 1,000 to 40,000. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen here, but I'm showing you that this is a long-term project. This is a farming project. This is created and designed to create long-term wealth, not from the market price, but from the token amount that you hold. The UME you hold and the EFT that you farm and hold will be your gateway to earn in multiple ways from the Eclypcity ecosystem. Revenue streams will be added and implemented. And the way to access that is by showing loyalty to the Eclypcity ecosystem. And that is what UME and EFT holders do. So the more UME and EFT you hold, the more you will profit from the Eclypcity ecosystem. Now, moving further and forward from that, guys, let us just have a look at what's coming up just to make sure that you guys understand a little bit more. The Eclypcity wallet. We are close, my friends. This is going to be an amazing addition that just will tie our entire beautiful ecosystem into this nice little bundle that everybody will love. Now, this is just as an example, you download the wallet on Play Store, iOS. This is a decentralized, Tron-based DApp wallet, 15 keywords, compatible with all others. Anyone can import their wallet from TronLink, from Clever, from whatever wallet they want or have used, and they can use the Eclypcity wallet. Now, once you signed in, this is more or less practically how it will look. Of course, there will be some minor adjustments, but you will have your personal overview. Of course, this is home. This is your account, having your balance, showing your staked assets, your total liquidity, send, receive, contacts, all that, as well as, holding Ethereum, Bitcoin, Tron, and any TRC20 token version. Now, the unique thing about this is, of course, that as this is the Eclypcity wallet, we will have our entire ecosystem integrated to this. First and foremost, USWAP will be right here. This is what we've done today. We have integrated USWAP into the wallet. That is how far along we are. And that means that anyone that is actually downloading and using this wallet can make instant swaps directly at USWAP through the wallet. Then, of course, you have your own wallet right here. Now, this is the discovering of the DApp ecosystem. And as you can see, you have one of them right here. This is a banner that will scroll. Multiple of them will be earn UME token developed by the Eclypcity team, earn EFT token developed by the Eclypcity team, play Cyberfight developed by the Eclypcity team, play Manzo's Marble by the Eclypcity Global team, contribute to the Eclypcity Global. All of the services we will have will be rolling. And going into the DApp ecosystem, you will be able to view everything and anything that we already have and that will be coming. This will be ever expanding. And as more and more users are downloading and using this wallet, they will discover this ecosystem. And the more users that are using this wallet, the more devs would like to have a listing option of their own dApps into our ecosystem, just as they are doing with TronLink Wallet right now. Now, this is going to be a massive, massive marketing tool for the entire ecosystem, and it will allow the masses to actually utilize an easy, simple wallet that gives them access to smart contracts, to dApps, to easy ways of profit sharing, and multiple ways of managing their funds. This is going to be great. I am sure you can probably see how excited I am about this. And trust me, guys, that this is closer than you think. I am very, very excited about that. Now, to finish off, before we go off, as said, guys, we are going to announce a new vote and a new listing for USWAP very shortly. Not today, most likely tomorrow, okay? So tomorrow, midday, we will announce the 3 projects. I will actually show them to you right now. We will go through them a little bit so that you can do some due diligence, and we will then start the vote. Now, the vote will last for either 2 or 3 days, and the winner or the project that has the most votes or the most UME voted towards their project will be the winner. They will be listed on USWAP, and we will now have the first token and the first community added in. Now, the winner will also be, what can we say? They will be receiving and be offered a farming pool. That means that they will be provided liquidity with UME, and we will open up a farming pool for them. That means that using their token paired with UME, they will have a farming pool so that they can continue to farm UME and take part of this ecosystem. So this is how we want to bring the outside community to come to USWAP, start trading, start discovering, seeing the UME, utilizing the token they already have, pairing it with some UME, farming more UME, and awakening that interest. It's all about how you present it. So, guys, the tokens that are going to be presented to you tomorrow is from the Wink community. It will be two, actually. It will be both dice and live. Now, dice is a token that you can use playing this game. There's multiple games actually. It has been on the Tron network for a long time. It is one of the verified tokens on the Tron network and within the Tron Foundation, and it has a massive community. The same with Lives, which has game or casino, sports, and binarium. You can have a look at all this. The tokens itself is what we will be that will be up for listing. For example, if Dice is the winner, then Dice will be added with liquidity towards UME, meaning you can swap Dice and UME from each other, and we will open up a farming pool of Dice and UME to farm UME. That will attract the community that is already holding Dice to USWAP. It will attract them to start farming, to discover UME, EFT, and everything else we have in our ecosystem. Now, as I said, the second one is you have Dice and you have Live. These two tokens will be in the voting. Now, the third token that will be in the voting will be Bridge, my friends. We have received a lot of requests. The developers from Bridge has also reached out to us with a request of listing on USWAP. And we find that Bridge is actually a very, very good project. It is, as I say, the first ever public Oracle system on the Tron network. And we've been looking through it, and there's a reason why we want to bring them up. They have a good community, they have a good project, and USWAP is all about gathering the best of the best, offering the best of the best, creating a safe place and a safe heaven with other developers together, making sure and all working together for the progress and process of DeFi on Tron. That's what we're all here for. So Bridge will be one of the options as well. And finally, because of the community wanted it, we will put Bankroll up onto the vote. Now, they have not, I want to make that clear, they have not applied for that themselves. That was very clear for the admins. But the community, my friends, you guys, the community wanted Bankroll into the voting list. So we will add this as well. They have a great project. Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. They've been on the market for more than 2 years. I won't say it's the best ever, but I won't say it's a bad one, because it's not. So we are going to allow you, the community, to vote between Bankroll, Bridge, and Wink Dice and Wink Live. So that will be the 4 options that will be coming up, and the winner of these will be the one listed on USWAP, and they will be receiving a farming pool for UME as well. Now, I hope that you guys are as excited as I am. We just talked about, the ultimate strategy for you to maximize your, potential earnings and rewards with farming UME and EFT, how you can start from scratch with what you have and actually use that. If you have patience, there's no limits. If you're in a rush, it can be a problem. People that are in a rush, they tend to buy, they tend to purchase, and then they scream disaster if the token goes down or if the value goes down. Guys, crypto is fluctuating. It is massively volatile. And that is a reason why I'm saying to you, don't buy it, farm it. Because right now, when we just launched, when there's only 280,000 UME and less than 8,000 EFT on the market, be sure there will be a wild, wild west over there, because it will fluctuate up and down for a long time until it stabilizes. And from there it grows. We are not about just a token. We are about creating USWAP, building a decentralized exchange. That exchange is what will bring value towards our governance tokens. Trust me in this. So I do believe that everyone understands more or less what I'm talking about. We've been talking about UME, EFT. We're talking about the new voting. I hope you guys are excited about that. Let me drop off here, stop the share. Let's see if we have any questions, guys. If you have anything, Let me know if you have any questions about what we just talked about. Let me know. We'll do a brief 5-10 minute Q&A, and then we will drop off. I see that we have been on already for 40 minutes, and I want to try to keep it short. So let me just quickly read in here. Let me see here. Greetings to everybody, guys. Thank you so much for all that love. You're from all over, from Belgium, from Canada, from the US, from from Russia, from India, all over the place. Awesome. Uh, uh, all right, guys, regarding questions regarding prices of EFT and UME, that is not something that I'm going to respond to. As I've said, UME and EFT has no financial value. They are a governance token over decentralized protocols. So it gives you power to control those. Now, whatever market value they have is all dependent on the market itself and how much you guys are holding, selling, buying, and such. That is not up to us. We are giving and offering ways to utilize these tokens in multiple ways without the need to sell them and still generate profit. So as when people start to realize this and the value of actually holding these two tokens, that's all I need to say. All right, looking into the Q&A chat box, let's see if there is anything right here. Let me see. Is it okay to swap token from TRX to token on USWAP, or we should get it from other exchanges? You can swap any token on USWAP right now that is paired, except Litecoin. Well, actually, you can already do Litecoin if you're doing it in small amounts. Guys, Litecoin was launched to the Tron network 48 hours ago. 24 hours ago, USWAP listed LTC Tron, the first DeFi service to add LTC Tron and allow that community to come in to utilize their LTC for farming. Now, in less than 24 hours, we have brought more than, I think, 4,000 Litecoin out of the 100,000 from Poloniex. We have wrapped more than 4,000 Litecoin in 24 hours, and that has been added all into liquidity on USWAP. That is massive. Congratulations. That truly shows the strength and the united community that we have. That is, simply amazing. But back to your question, it is absolutely okay to swap any token between the pairs on USWAP right now. Now, if you're swapping between, for example, there are pairs that is not existing. For example, BTC Ethereum, that is a pool and a pair that is not existing. So if you try to swap between that, it's not possible because there's no contract containing those two tokens for that swap. But if you want to swap TRX for Bitcoin or TRX for KLV or anything of the others, free to do so. Any project that you interest with TRC 721? Great question. Love it. Now, yeah. So we're not looking at a specific project. We're looking at creating our own TRC 721. For those who don't know what that is an NFT, a non-fungible token, which is more or less, now each token, a non-fungible token is a token that each of those tokens are unique. For example, you have Bitcoin. Each of the tokens are unique, but all of them are a Bitcoin. All of them represent the same thing. Now, a non-fungible token is unique, and one token represents one thing. That means that you can add any type of value you want. For example, as a car dealership, you can actually put all your cars on NFTs, and that will be the ownership of the cars. Now, there's so much things that NFTs are now opening up because they're opening up for the real world to put themselves and their value onto the blockchain. And trust me, we're going to tap into that as well. How long will EFT mining last? Nothing said. So the emission of both UME and EFT, the farming of that, there's no end date of that set because this is increasing or decreasing depending on the market demand. Right now, if we're looking at UME, we have been farming approximately 300,000 for 300,000 UME for 3 months. That means to emission the total 23 million supply right now, that's 21 years. But we are decreasing the amount of supply of UME going out with 10% right now on each renewal, which means that the supply output will decrease and the amount of time of farming will increase as well. Now, EFT is only 75,000, but as we know, the output of EFT is much, much less. So we're looking at approximately the same thing. Now, we are going to be farming UME and EFT for years, my friends. Can I download the app in Android? Regarding the Eclypcity wallet, yes, you can, both in Android and in iOS. It's not out yet, though. I will announce once it's ready. Would Eclypcity team expand to other blockchains such as Binance Smart Chain? In the future, very, very possible. It is not something we're looking at right now, buddy. Right now, the main focus is to build the ecosystem, to build USWAP. You know, we're already having a major traction and demand growing, but it's just, you know, it's just a fraction of what we want. So it is definitely coming in the future. Let me see here if there's anything else. Please, may I know what time the voting commence tomorrow, CET? It hasn't been decided yet, so don't hold me against it, but we're looking at 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. CET. So I will be announcing this into the groups, so just stay tuned there. All right, so there's a question. Why are you listing Banker? They didn't ask for it, and they called USWAP a scam, and that we might get rugged. No. So okay, so let me just clear that up. So we're not listing Banker. We're allowing the community to vote for it. If the community wants it listed, then we will list it. No, they didn't ask for it. They didn't call USWAP a scam. They called the application for the voting a scam, and so it's easy to confuse. But the thing is, both the Banker community and our community seems to want to see this token listed. Now, let me just basically break it down to you. If Banker is the token that will be chosen by the community, we will open up a UME farming pool for them. And guess what? To farm UME is much more profitable than to have their Banker in their Banker vault or whatever they have over there. So we will attract a lot of their users. They will use their Banker to try to farm UME, and they will enter our project seeing how profitable we are. Now, this is where we're doing a reverse engineering. Instead of now having, for example, that Banker asked to be listed and they open a farming pool allowing UME holders to come to them, no, we will open up a Banker pool and allow the Banker community to come to us. I hope you get what I mean and where we're going with that. So we just reverse engineered it, and we're always turning anything that might be negative into something massive positive. So I hope you understand a little bit more there. Now, of course, they also need to be voted in, and that is the community. All right, guys. Latest here, sir, speak Hindi. Unfortunately, I do not speak Hindi, but I'm looking forward to come to India and to have you guys teach me a little bit about it. As soon as COVID is over, we will definitely be traveling and hosting, Eclypcity summits, blockchain summits, smart contract summits, as well as international Eclypcity events. And I cannot wait to do so. Guys, with that, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming on. Let us drop off here and get back into the groups. I know everybody is super excited. This video will be coming up on YouTube. We'll be sharing it in the groups. Please share it with everybody in your teams and everybody that you know that is a part of our lovely and beautiful community, because they want to have this information. All right, my friends, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.